Hi, welcome to my show. My name is Christy, and I'll be your lovely host today. And boy, do I have a treat for all of you guys out there. I went undercover talking to a scam artist who was pretending to be the famous actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was really curious to see what kind of scams would reveal itself to me. I have learned in the past how to spot a scammer because it was always a job requirement at places I worked before. I knew the obvious signs of a scammer, but this one interested me because it brought me back to a time where I was a teenage girl crushing over Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think during those times, I had a subscription to Bop magazine and so many centerfolds and posters of him all over my wall. I was such a huge fan of his. Here's a picture of him now as a young childhood actor. My favorite thing about Joseph Gordon-Levitt, besides being an amazing actor, is his beautiful eyes. You can tell he has a kind heart by just looking into those eyes. They kind of even smile on their own. Those are some eyes that you most certainly would never get tired of looking into. Let's get a more recent photo of him now. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, hosted a show. You have to admit, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one handsome man. Woo, is sexy. So how did this scam begin? I was just scrolling on Facebook one day and I came across an actual post from Joseph Gordon-Levitt's actual page. For all of you guys out there who do not know this, but the blue check after the celebrity's name means it's legit and a very real page. It's also very common for a page to be managed by multiple people from different places. The post happened to be a picture of Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a teenager. I simply just commented on how I had such a huge crush on the actor growing up. Well, not even 5 minutes later, I get a comment from Joseph Gordon-Levitt asking me to privately message him and thanking me for my kind words. Now, I don't even think to see if there's a blue check after the name or not. I am just way too excited. I call my best friend Moses. No one answers. It's an emergency, I scream over the voicemail. Then I call my other best friend, Dustin, forgetting that they are both probably at work right now. I leave a voicemail to Dustin demanding the urgency of the call once more. Since I couldn't get a hold of anyone, I decided to go ahead and message Mr. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He thanks me for my comments. After chatting with him for a bit longer, he says he enjoys the conversation and he would like to use a different site to talk more on because it's more safer for him and secure. At this point, I do think it's an odd request. I have never used Google Hangouts, so I was confused on why he wanted to talk on there. I go back to the fan pages where he was messaging me from. I don't see the blue check after his name. I also see that the page had only 4 likes on it, which I thought was kind of weird considering Joseph Gordon-Levitt has a huge amount of fans who love and support him. The fan page had to have just been created. I decide to go ahead and chat with him some more on Hangouts. At this time, though, I'm starting to realize I am most likely talking to a scammer. I even ask him if this is one of those scam thingies. Well, of course, the scammer is not going to admit that he's a scammer. He tells me no and then asks me how the weather is where I live. The conversation seems quite innocent at this point. The next part of our conversation, he questions me about my hobbies, if I am married, or if I have any kids. I'm still thinking I might be talking to a scammer, but I can't stop fantasizing and imagining all the possibilities if it was real. It just felt all like a fairy tale, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt was my Prince Charming. I still kept my guard up, and so when the scammer questions me about my age, I instantly lie to him. I don't want to give him too many clues on my true identity. We talk about our passions, and by this time, he can tell that I have a strong passion for video editing. I am also in love with how creative the real Joseph Gordon-Levitt is. Did you know that he founded and owns Hit Record, that's an online community that works together as a production company so writers, filmmakers, musicians, and artists can come together to collaborate their visions into masterpieces. I think the fact that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is so darn creative just makes him even more sexier. That's when it dawned on me. Is he married? I never heard of him getting married before. I instantly go to Google and Google, is Joseph Gordon-Levitt married? No! It can't be! My heart completely falls out of my chest. He is indeed married, and to a total babe, of course. Her name is Tasha McKeely. She is a total package, too. She's a successful and scientist and CEO of a robotics company called Fellow Robots. Now that I know he's married, I let him know that I know this as well. I am not one to ever go after a married man. I know that a married man is definitely off limits. I tell him that I am perfectly fine with just being his friend. This is where the scammer knows that he needs to come up with something more to keep me interested. The scammer then says that he wants to tell me more about his personal life, but he doesn't know if he can trust me yet. The next day, we chat about the weather some more. That seemed to be a favorite conversation starter for him. Everything seemed normal until I got this message. The scammer then tells me that he caught his wife cheating on him and that she wanted a divorce. At this point, I definitely know this can't be the real Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, seriously, what woman would ever cheat on Joseph Gordon-Levitt? He's a total babe. The scammer then tells me that he does not want anyone else to know about his wife cheating on him or the divorce. I assure him that he can trust me and that there's absolutely nothing anyone can do to drag his name through the mud, and that his fans really love him. So he has no need to even worry. Would you like to hear more about this as the scam progresses? Well, it's your lucky day, because there most likely will most definitely absolutely be a part 2 to this story. And stay tuned for my playlist at the end of this video. Please share with me in the comments below of times you have dealt with a scam artist before in your past. I would love to read all about it. I thank you kindly for watching my channel, and please subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and much love to you all.